guys, breaking news from Woj. Brooklyn
Okay.
we see to add Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and DeAndre Jordan.
Wait, are you being serious?
I am serious. Breaking news from Woj right now.
Fucking James Dolan, of course. Can't fucking get Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oh my god. We got Kevin Durant, we got Kyrie, we're throwing all this junk. Oh my god. Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael. Hey, Sam. For all you Knicks fans, sucks to be you.
Well, Adam,
we're about to take over New York City.
Well, Adam.
Yeah.
I won't be a salty Knicks fan, even though James Dolan sucks right now for fucking ruining this chance. I'm gonna say congratulations. You probably won the chip this year. You probably won the chip next year. And you probably won the chip after that.
Thank you.
So congrats, and I'm glad.
Wait, I got more breaking news.
Yes.
The Nets are acquiring James Harden.
What the fuck is this? Are you fucking okay? Stop with your titty dance, please. Stop with the titty dance. Adam, can you never do that titty dance again, please? Adam, do me a favor. Never do that titty dance, please.
I don't care. Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden, we're new Warriors. We're about to be a super team. We're about to be the next NBA dynasty. 3 championship. We are winning the next 3 straight NBA titles. Book it. Okay, get us to the playoffs. You know, I'm ready to go in.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. There's no way you guys lose in the playoffs. There's no fucking way. If you guys lose in the playoffs, I'll be surprised.
We just lost in the second round.
Well, okay.
No, that's fine.
Here's Adam. Here's the thing. Yeah. Even though you lost in the second round, you literally lost because, one, you didn't have Kyrie. Yeah. You didn't have James Harden, which who could have saw both of them getting hurt?
Yeah,
and it's rare that
no Kyrie, happens. James Harden on one leg. And if everyone's foot was on the line, they probably beat Milwaukee and go on to win toss. You know what? Everything's fine. Yo, get everyone back healthy. Kevin Durant just signed an extension. You know, I'm sure Harden I would be extended too. So get everyone back healthy. I'm sure there'll be no drama. Yeah,
Adam, I promise you, like, there's gonna be no drama whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, James Harden is obviously gonna love being in Brooklyn. He's never gonna ask for a trade request.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyrie is gonna have such a great year. He's gonna have an MVP year next year, and he's going to prove to everyone that he is that guy.
I agree. Just give him back healthy. I'm sure nothing will get in the way. What? Kyrie Irving is gonna miss all games because he won't get the vaccine.
Well, I mean,
okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's just okay. Like he was, I'm sure the vaccine mandate will be over sometime soon. They'll get Kyrie Irving back and just rely on Kevin Durant and James Harden. Like
Adam,
in the meantime,
Adam, you still have a great team, but like my man is making millions of dollars. Just take the fucking. You know what?
I agree, but I'm still as a Nets fan, I'm still thinking.
I mean, what's it called? You're right. You still have James Harden. You still have Kevin Durant. That's one hell of a dynamic duo. I can't see anything going wrong with this dynamic duo. It's obviously going to be a success.
I agree. Wait. The Nets have traded James Harden because he decided he would not resign for Ben Simmons, Steph Curry, and Andre Drummond.
Oh, that's a great trade for you guys, James Harden. Just for those 3 pieces. I mean, Adam, let's be real. James Harden was starting to get kind of washed. Like his age was finally starting to hit him. And on top of that, Adam, you got Seth Curry, who's a great 3-point shooter. Andre Drummond, so you guys got the center you needed. And on top of that, you get a stud in Ben Simmons. Like Ben Simmons is an amazing passer, amazing rebounder,
Exactly.
And can put buckets.
Exactly,
buckets.
And he'll be the third option. He'll be a third option next to KD and Kyrie. So again, just get Kyrie back, and I'm sure, and then Kevin Durant just will lead this team, and then Kevin Durant lead his team all the way to the finals.
Oh, so the way people are like worried for some reason that like, oh, Ben Simmons is sitting. Like, why is he sitting? Guys, he's gonna probably only sit for like another like 4 or 5 games, and then he's gonna be perfectly fine. He's gonna go out there, and I bet as soon as Ben Simmons hits that floor, we're gonna see Ben Simmons be an all-star, like the all-star we all miss.
I agree, Sam. Nets got swept in the first round.
Okay.
Okay.
Adam, I'm just gonna say this straight up. I'm kind of worried for this team. Like, not even kind of worried, like really worried.
I mean,
how does Kevin Durant choke Adam?
I mean,
you need to tell me that.
It's like, it was. I mean, calm down. It was one series. It was one series. Ben Simmons was hurt. He ain't come back. I'm sure he'll be healthy next year. I'm sure he'll be healthy after year. Just get the whole crew. Get the whole crew out there. Hopefully next year. Hopefully next season. Everyone will be out there and there'll be no drama. Kyrie Irving's getting suspended for anti-Semitic tweet. To tweet of an anti-Semitic movie.
Yep. So, Adam, like I said last year, you can't trust this team at fucking all. So why should I trust this team?
But you know what? He's served suspension. He's back now. I'm sure he's a completely reformed citizen. What?
Completely reformed? My man forced a fucking apology, Adam.
All right. Well, Kyrie Irving demanded to be traded and was traded. Well, at least we have Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has been traded too. What the actual? Cut the music. What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 144 of the Gay Gap Podcast, where we talk everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, international sports.
Bro, Adam, shut the fuck up, dude. Your Nets suck right now. I don't think you deserve
hosted by your truly Adam Grassani.
No, Adam.
Join us out on Alex Reich and Sam Morell. You can see on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, IR, or the Gay Podcast. Follow social media at Get Your Game Opinion. With all said, it's time to get your game on, guys.
Bro, Adam, your Nets fucking suck now. How
does
it feel?
Guys, you know what it feels like for me?
How?
Doomsday has come.
Good.
First of all, good because.
All right, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have you guys take a look at something. Let me move my chair out of the way.
Okay.
Take a look at that mess.
My God. My man destroyed his entire fucking room.
Destroyed your whole room, Adam.
There's that mess can be represented of two things. Number one, that mess is because of we're having people paint the house and we have to move everything so that way they have enough room to paint the house. So hopefully once they're done, I'll be able to move everything back in their normal place and my room will actually be livable. So, but you know what that mess actually is a representation of?
Your garbage team.
Yes, Sam. Yes. So it can't. Make them pick a cemetery where KD is. So yeah, if you guys haven't been living under a rock, Kevin Durant, almost 4 years since he first signed the Nets, has been traded to the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, Adam.
And the Nets got Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and was it 4 first-round picks? And they also got who was the guy sent to the Bucks?
Jay Crowder.
Oh, they got Jay Crowder and they flipped it to the Bucks for 2 second rounders. So, guys, where do I begin?
You don't, Adam. You don't begin. I begin. The fuck.
You can begin, Adam. I want you to eat crow right now, because for all the times you have said this Nets is the greatest fan base, we have the greatest team in the NBA. So, Adam, this is your comeuppance. So enjoy the reign of terror, because this is going to be hell for you, and I can't.
It's gonna be a long night.
Adam, good question. Adam, quick. Wait, Mike.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be the Nets fan. You guys are. I'm gonna be like the head of the Nets. After answer questions, you guys are gonna be the media. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna take questions from you all. Everyone fire away.
Okay, so Adam, I just have the first question real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick out there. How's that Sean Marks hot take looking like?
It is looking like hot shit. That's what it's looking like. And honestly, while I don't put 100% of the blame on Sean Marks, if the Nets fired him tomorrow, I wouldn't lose any sleep.
Okay, so good, Adam. I'm glad you've seen the error of your ways that you've been defending for, I don't know, fucking 3.5 months.
I've been 143 episodes.
Literally.
All right, Michael, you get the next one. Michael, you get the next question.
I've been waiting for this all, Adam. For all those hot takes and me defending Kevin Durant, say he was the best scorer in NBA history, say he was the greatest player, he's loyal to our team.
All right, can I answer that?
So my question's going to keep going. And you said, God, on record, we're going to win a championship, having 3 of them episodes that they were going to win a championship. What happened, Mr. Einstein? I got the questions that I can have the answer to, and I can't wait for this. This is going to field day, and I'm happy. And let me explain something. You said that Sean Marks, greatest general manager in NBA history. He was the top.
I never said that. Just to be clear.
Great general manager. Yeah, okay. This is like it's basically a self-destruct. So, Adam, you blamed it on Steve Nash being a terrible coach. Yeah, they got that, and you still couldn't keep Kyrie and KD. And now you have one Ben Simmons as your star player.
I mean, hey, at least he has 6 men. At least he has people that usually play the 6-man role as starting. So maybe that will work out.
Maybe
that will get you 8th place. I see you guys as a solid 8th place team.
Man, let's be.
I'll be happy for 8th place. I'll sell for 8th place.
But
sell for 8th place.
Hey Adam.
Hey, wait. Adam, quick question. Wait, Mike, just one question. I'm sorry for cutting off, but I need to know this.
Not a black man. What's wrong with you?
Technically, another black man told me I'm black because my father left me. So I get the next question.
You black? You white as hell? You white like mayonnaise?
I'll give Sam the next question because he hasn't asked in a while. Okay, Sam, you got the next question.
The white boy ass.
Yeah. So.
Not you, fool. I'm talking about Alex.
Are the Knicks now? Will you admit that the Knicks are a better team than Nets?
Yes.
There we go. Say one more time. Say one more time. Say with your chest.
No. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna admit the Knicks are better than us. You know, I'll admit the Knicks are less shit. That's what I'll admit.
Well, you
So what you mean is they are better. Got it.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. You think Sean Marks will be fired at the end of the season?
He's made 2 shitty deals.
I'm gonna say yes for only one reason. I just feel like Joe Tsai is gonna look for a fall guy.
First of all, and Adam, one more question.
Yeah.
Do you still think Kevin Durant is the top 5 player in the league since he abandoned your Nets?
Top 5. So you're saying top 5 right now?
Yeah, since he abandoned your Nets, you still
I
think
mean, he is a top 5 player
I'll
right
say
now.
he's top 5. I'll say he's top 5.
And he's top 5 right now. No. This is the real question you need to ask.
Yeah.
So Adam, is he still better than Dwayne Wade?
Right now, I'll say no.
There we go.
We'll have to. Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. And this has always been my take on. This is why I've learned about Kevin Durant. Here's why I've learned about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the Aaron Rodgers of the NBA. Because both these guys, you know, like in terms of skill, you could legit make the argument that both those guys are among the greatest who have ever played the game. In terms of strictly in terms of skill, you could argue that the problem with both of them is both of them don't have that same intangibles that that, for example, LeBron has, or Tom Brady has, or more say Patrick Mahomes has, or who's a Steph Curry there. Steph Curry that Steph Curry has. And Kevin Durant Kevin Durant. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to completely blame Kevin Durant for this not winning a title, because let's face it, in terms of who's more at fault, Kyrie Irving is more at fault for the downfall of this team. With all the toxicity and all the drama that he's caused, I really think if we're talking about culprits, I think Kyrie Irving's honestly at the top of the list, honestly. But Kevin Durant, you're the best player and you're supposed to be a leader. You've got, I don't know what Kevin Durant did behind the scenes, but whatever he did, it clearly shows that Kevin Durant, for all the time, I really feel like I could be wrong. Kevin Durant, if you're listening to this podcast, feel free to come on this podcast and clarify, but I really feel like Kevin Durant just sided with Kyrie Irving the whole way. And never once got in his face say, yo, what are you doing with not getting the vaccine? That's wrong. I don't care if the man is stupid. Everyone else on the team is vaccinated. Just get the freaking vaccine. And don't tweet all this BS about this freaking anti-Semitic movie. Just put your phone away. Put your phone away.
Crystal.
One more thing. So that's the big thing. And I really feel like when we're gonna look back at Kevin Durant's legacy, when we look at Kevin Durant's legacy, and there's gonna be 2 stains down his resume we're talking about. Number one is the fact that he jumped ship at the Golden State. But guys, I really feel like I would say almost as big of a stain is when he left Golden State, he chose to team up with Kyrie Irving. Because honestly, let's look back at 2019, with the Kevin Durant bust ride narrative. Let's be honest. I honestly think, because let's be honest, the Warriors lost Kevin Durant and they lost the finals. So right then, you could be saying, no, was Kevin Durant was Kevin Durant maybe actually the bus driver? They lost him, and the Warriors lost the finals. And then what happens? He goes to Brooklyn, they don't win a title, the Warriors win a title, and all of a sudden that narrative is back in full swing.
Because Kevin Durant is the bus rider. He's always been the bus rider, and he will always be the bus rider.
Black people talking. Adam, so remember how you said that the Nets had the greatest fan base of all time?
They still do.
Bullshit. But
Wanna know why? Because
question.
we've been suffering all these years and we're still remaining loyal to our team.
Do you think the Nets will be good in the next 2 to 3 years from now?
Define good.
Will it be a playoff team? Not a good playoff team, like a playing team.
Playing team, yeah. I think they'll be a playing team, yeah. Alex, go ahead.
Knowing that Kevin Durant is off the Nets, are you going to run around outside the Barclays Center with just underwear on?
Oh, I remember the bet. Oh, did you make a bet? Oh yeah, Adam.
I never met. If I did make that type of a bet, it wasn't outside of Barclays Center. It wasn't outside of Barclays Center. All right. I love this. I'll do it, but in my room. How about that? Once I get all this shit cleaned up. How about this? I'll do it during the season finale. How about that?
Do what during the season finale?
I will run around this room with just my underwear on. Because Kevin Durant got traded.
Oh God, I'm not sure if I want to see that.
That'll be a nightmare.
I don't want to see his fucking ass cheeks when he's wearing his thong.
First of all, Adam, don't want to see your small penis online. What's wrong with you?
Okay, so wait, I have a question for Adam.
Yeah.
Do you think now that Kevin Durant went to an already established team again, not exactly like the Warriors, but similar to them, do you think that if he went to a ring with the Suns, it would be like if he won the ring with the Warriors? He already went to an established team that was good.
All right, I'm gonna say Kevin Durant going to the Warriors and Kevin Durant going to the Suns are not comparable. I'm gonna call a little comment. Let me explain. Because Coders, number one, the Warriors were already an established team. They had just won a championship, a year ago, and they just had a 73-9 season. Like that was literally hot beyond the bus. Compare that to Phoenix, who hasn't won an NBA championship in like God knows how long. Yeah, they went to the finals, whoop-de-doo. And worst of all, they're what? They're the sixth seed. They're the sixth seed in the West. So Golden State. So the comparison. So that's number one. Number two. Who's the second best? Who was really the bus driver on the Warriors? That was Steph Curry. Is Devin Booker even in the same stratosphere as Steph Curry? Let's be honest.
No, but here's the thing. Devin Booker has been by himself because Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton were injured. So now they're back finally. So the Suns are still a very relevant team. They're still very good.
Yeah.
It's just they were injured, so that's why they weren't doing that well. And on top of all of that, Adam.
And number three, it was a trade. It was a trade. It wasn't like Kevin Durant signed there. It was a trade. So in terms of like this,
thanks for bringing that up, Adam. Wait. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
You know what his first destination was when he said he wanted to get traded? The Phoenix Suns.
I think it was either he said it was either the Suns or the Raptors, I believe. Or was it the Raptors or was the Heat?
No, his first thing was the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I'm pretty sure, was the Celtics. Yes, it was the Celtics, and it was the Phoenix Suns. And his main one was the Phoenix Suns. He said he wanted to play with Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He wanted to play with an established team that, by the way, was number one last season. Like, they were ranked the number one team in all of the NBA for the playoffs. And they made it to an NBA Finals the year prior to that. So, Adam, they are a very established team. Not in terms of championships, but in terms of being an all-around NBA Finals threat every year. They are an established threat. So Kevin Durant said, I want to go to a team that I didn't have to build, that was built for me. Thus now telling the argument again that Kevin Durant can never be the bus driver because he can never ever lead a team.
All right. Are you telling me that Devin Booker's actually be the bus driver and not Kevin Durant?
Yes, because that was the thing.
I'm calling a little cap on that. I'm calling a little cap on that.
It's literally Devin Booker's team. It's not what they're going to change it to Kevin Durant's team for 1 year. No, it's still Devin Booker's team.
I don't think. I'm gonna just now if the Suns like win it, if the Suns going through it, because honestly, I'm gonna ask you right now: are the Phoenix Suns right now? Would you say title favorites?
They're not title favorites, but no one is.
There is no title favorite. So that's the big difference. That's the big difference. Like, if we're gonna call Kevin Durant like a jump beyond the Suns, like jump beyond the bus, then I'll honestly, by that logic, what LeBron James did in 2012, like jump beyond the Heat with Dwayne Wade and with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Let me explain.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yes, I was probably watching basketball longer than anybody on this phone call, on this podcast. But here's the thing. I said it to everybody I knew. That was like LeBron did it a bad thing to do, leaving the Cavaliers from having that thing. But however, he teamed up with his friends to beat his enemy. Yeah. KD joined his enemies to beat his friends.
Yeah.
The sucker way out. You go to a team that's 73-9. 73-9. The former champions of the league. You have a 73-9 season. And you go to that team the next season. And you tell Russell Westbrook, you told all OKC, I'll be back here next year. Don't worry, we're gonna run it back. You're up 3-2 in that series. But that's why I think Kevin Durant, he can't lead a team. He tried in OKC, that didn't help him. And I like KD. He can't lead a team. Golden State.
Yeah.
It wasn't his team. It was Steph Curry's team when he was in Golden State. Let's be real. KD may have been the best player on that team. But however, that was Steph Curry's team.
Yeah.
And however,
yeah. Again, the one difference I would say, the one difference, again, the big difference is that Golden State was an established already championship caliber team. Like Phoenix. I know they had a great regular season last year. Wow, they got eliminated in what round last year? Second round. Yeah, he got eliminated in the second round last year. So Kevin Durant that's the thing. Kevin Durant going to the Suns, I feel like it's not comparable to him going to the Warriors. Like, him going to the Warriors was way, way worse. All right. All right. So, as a Nets fan, I'm finally going to get a chance to talk here. I've finished answering questions. So this will be the end of my press conference. This is the end of my Nets fan press conference. I'm just confused. Because here's the thing. I ain't necessarily have a problem with them trade. I ain't necessarily, what I'm confused about is the timing of it. Because when they first trade, when they first trade Kyrie, the plan was, okay, we're gonna try to get some pieces around Kevin Durant to hopefully try to go on a run. So that was supposed to be, and then all of a sudden, and obviously Kevin Durant wanted out. There's no way the Nets would have traded this guy if Kevin Durant didn't request a trade of some sort. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking to myself as a Nets fan, it's like if you're Sean Marks or you're Joe Tsai, you don't you don't see us coming. you don't see this coming, and maybe then you trade, maybe you then maybe you do that deal, with Westbrook and get the extra first round pick. Like I just feel like as a Nets fan right now, it's like I am really just I'm just confused as to why they decided to do it now. Like why not if and this is where I'm really disappointed, Kevin Durant. Why not go with it just this 1 year? Why just play out the rest of the year and then the offseason demand trade? It's why couldn't both sides have just decided to play us out the rest of the year and see how it goes? So it's I mean, as a Nets fan, I'm just it's you know how I feel like you know how I feel like what I feel like right now. I feel like I'm a Sacramento Kings fan.
Don't talk about the Sacramento Kings in third place.
And even worse than even worse than that. Like, what's the only comparable is how Knicks fans felt in 2019. That's the only real comparable out there.
Now you know it's comparable.
What?
How the Charlotte Bobcats felt.
Yes. Because it's just a couple months ago, we were literally we won so many games in a row. Okay, everything's figured out. We're back. We're about to go on a run. Literally, a couple 2 months later, it's we're all the way back where we were. We're all the way back where we were 4 years ago. We're right back where we were 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the good news here's the only bit of good news for Nets. Here's the only bit of good news. This rebuild isn't gonna be nearly as bad as the one remember that all year's Kevin Garnett disaster of a trade.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't gonna be nearly as bad because that team literally once they bought their rooms, they got rid of Joe Johnson and KG and all Pierce bolted. Once all that happened, they literally had no assets. Their best player was Brook Lopez. They literally had no assets and they had no draft picks. This time around, they actually have some assets to play with. You got Seth Curry, Grandy's on expiring deal. You got Nick Claxton. You got Cam Thomas, who really had a bad game, and he does look like he has a very promising future. You got Spencer Dinwiddie. You got Miles Bridges, who's a really solid player, and you load up on draft picks. So that's the one good news. This isn't going to be this isn't going to be a situation in 2016 where the Nets are going to be at the bottom of the NBA. They're at least going to be competitive. They're not going to be they're not going to completely fall. They're not going to completely fall down. They're at the very least going to be in the mix for a playing spot. At the very least.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
You want to get even more mad? You do know that if you kept those first round picks instead of trading them to the Celtics, you could have had a Brooklyn Nets team that consisted of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart. So, the Celtics team that's right now constructed?
That could literally be what we have right now.
Yep. And
thank you, Mikhail Prokhorov.
Yeah, and the best part, you guys still would have had Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, and Jared Allen.
And then we made the trade for James Harden, which honestly, I really feel like if Sean Marks does eventually get canned, there'll be two reasons why. Number one, three reasons. Well, I feel like the main contributor, I feel like his worst two moves was A, trade for James Harden. But you know what the honestly even worse move was? Trade James Harden away for Ben Simmons. That deal is horrendous. That deal looks horrendous right now. You got rid of James Harden, say what you want out of him, like he's not as good as he used to be. You got rid of him for Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, who, let's be honest, I could probably be a better shooter than him.
We suck in basketball, but at least you probably have a better shot than you do.
Yeah, it's just. Yo, guys. Once again, there has to be one team. There has to be one team that keeps me away from being happy in all sports. It's like the Devils are doing amazing. The Giants just made it to playoffs. They have a bright future. The Yankees are, well, they're the Yankees, but you know what? At least we all know they're going to make the playoffs every year. All I need is for one team to not screw it up, and look what happened.
Oh, that's a shame.
Adam, you're back in dog shit again.
Yo, guys, hold on.
Have a stroke? What's he doing? Gotta run around naked? Like, what's he doing?
Give me a second, guys.
He gonna commit suicide?
Guys, check this out.
Okay, you got your clothes on, okay.
Ooh, kinky.
He's crying.
If I were you, Adam, burn it.
Burn it.
You're the only piece of merch I have left.
Burn it.
Where's the jersey? Where's the jersey at? Show us where you did the jersey.
The jerseys are in the closet. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them.
Burn
Come
it.
on, you gotta bring out the jersey.
Carrie, Sam, do you want it?
Bet. I'll take them.
No, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep them and then I'm gonna sell them. Honestly, that may actually have some historical value. Like a lot of people think, like a jersey linked to probably the biggest super team collapse in NBA history. You know, that's actually maybe that may actually be worth something. I'll spend a good money on it. And then make some good bucks off it. You know, 10 years from now.
Assembled was Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Shaq, and Kobe. That was the worst super team assembled in NBA.
Yo,
that was the worst. They're probably in top
Yo,
five.
you guys. Yo, guys.
Yo, what's up?
Will the Brooklyn Nets ever win a championship while I'm still relatively young?
You probably will be dead when they win one.
Can I just get one? While I'm still relatively young? Please.
Adam,
please, basketball. Please, God. Please. I'll go to church every week. I'm already going to church every week, just online. I'll go to church every week. Just one championship for my Nets. Championship.
Rot in hell for that, Adam. You lie to God, say you go to church. You rot in hell.
I ain't lying.
Never been to church a day in your life.
All right. Let's move on here to before we get to the hot take episode, which by the way will be the first debate, which will be the first round of the hot take playoffs. I'm probably gonna get absolutely destroyed. There's just so you know, I already know there's no chance I'm winning this. So before we do that, Michael, do you have anything for Black History in sports?
Booty daddy. You know what I was thinking about it?
What do you think of that?
Adam, the age. Let's take it back. We're going to talk about the 1966 Texas Miners.
That's an interesting one.
You had Bobby Joe Hill. You had David Ryan, Harry Fournier, Otis Alon. You know, my uncle, my uncle Weston, who played in New York. He played with Willie Cager from that team, Neville Shedd, and Willie Worsley. He played with all three of them back in the day in the Bronx, New York. They're like I got to meet some of them. God rest their souls. They're from New York. They're from uptown. They're from uptown Bronx, uptown boogie down Bronx. It was the best team in all of college basketball. My team. They had the thing that you never seen done before. Sam, I'm gonna put you on game. You know, I know you know about college basketball. I know you seen movie Glory Road. Have you? When you were younger, you saw the movie Glory Road. Sam, where you at? Anybody there? Sam,
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, Alex, you know about college basketball as much as I do. You know that Don Haskins team from 1995 to 1996, college basketball team. All black team, all seven black kids.
Mm-hmm.
The University of Kentucky. For me, I was like, my dad watched that game and he told me how crazy and his story told me that seven African American college men play against a national powerhouse in Kentucky. You have Don Haskins. That was his only championship, college championship. You had a small school that had no big scholarships to throw out. Back in the day, the SEC was more of a, it still was a football. It was in the South. So back in those days, you played down south. You only played one black guy on the road. If you're winning or if you're losing, if you're in the big lead or you're losing by a lot, you don't start them. You don't play them at the beginning. You play them at the end of the game. Now you play a bunch of now from back then to now. You see a lot of African American black kids playing basketball, college basketball, starting the whole game. Look how bad over like 50, 60, something. Look how great history has turned.
Yeah. Yeah. So this all black. I have a question. This all black Kentucky team, was this 1995 or 1965?
1965. This was an all Texas minor black team. They had seven. They put this in the championship. They had seven teams.
Oh wow. Yeah. So 1965. You can only imagine like the racism that those guys had to deal with.
Adam, you're playing against Kentucky. Do the math.
Exactly.
Yo, Sam, are you asleep, man?
Because yeah.
So
yeah, because
was
this before or this was after Martin Luther King's I Had a Dream speech, right?
Exactly, Adam. Good job, Adam. You're not stupid than I thought. Good job.
Okay, yeah. So that's the thing. Like we were just on the road to where we are now, and obviously we still have some work to do in order to combat racism, and not just this country but all the world. But you just says that right there, that was just the beginning of like the healing from from all the racism that people of color had to endure. So I feel like that really puts it into perspective. I really like this story, Michael, because you really put it into perspective of what life was like, for people of color back then, and how historic that team was.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Black History Month. For me, I think we shouldn't have Black History Month because every day is Black History from my opinion. But as a black man, if you had told me, if you had told my grandfather who grew up in the South, who was chased by the Ku Klux Klan back in the day, you had told me that three of my best friends are white, two of my best friends that are white, and I have a Hispanic friend. We're in the South in this era. Who knows what would have happened on this?
Yeah.
Guys, like it's down south. Hey, you could be a man in the South, a black man in the South at the age of 80 and still treat you like a boy. And that's it, a black man.
Amen, brother. Amen. Michael, I love you, brother, and I'll always have your back.
Adam, I love you.
I'm not. I may want to strangle you sometimes, but I still love you.
Hey, Adam. Oh, fuck the Nets, brother.
I love you too.
You fell asleep on us. Fuck you, Sam. Well, you fell asleep.
Oh yeah.
Sam, are you a racist?
I'm about to before, but after
All
because
right.
I have a busy day tomorrow.
All right. Yeah.
Shame on you, Sam.
All
You're a racist.
right.
Sam's a racist.
No, Mike. I heard your entire thing, and I agree with you. But I just wanted you to rant at Adam since I got him before.
Okay. Yeah, but Michael, great job on Black History Month as always. Yo, isn't February a great month? Not only is it Black History Month, it's also my birthday. So,
well, happy birthday, gift,
one.
Kareem Durant and Kyrie Love.
All right. Oh, it's also Super Bowl and Valentine's Day. Don't forget those two.
Valentine's Day, I like. Super Bowl can go suck my left nut.
Well, this year. Yeah. All right, Sam. Let's get this over with.
All right, let me start it.
All right, so this is the first round of hot. So let me explain. The hot take of the episode regular season is over. Alex, you finished last, so you're eliminated. I'm sorry. So that means what was this gonna be? This is gonna be a series of head-to-head debates. 8, and the 1 seed Samuel Morell will face the 4 seed and Grassani this episode, and then next episode the number 2 seed Cunningham will face the number 3 seed Marcellus Murdock. So, and honestly, the winners of both those will play each other in the season finale for the championship. All right, but it's just like the normal debates where again, we and Sam are gonna debate about whatever, and Michael and Alex, you're both gonna vote on who won the debate. So, unfortunately, Sam, since you had the bear seed, you get to pick the topic.
We were talking about the Brooklyn Nets.
And me.
We're going to talk about how the Brooklyn Nets not only had the worst fail ever in NBA history of a super team, but possibly one of the worst, if not the worst, super team fails in sports history. Do you want me to continue, Adam, or do you just want to
continue?
Okay, so we can all agree that Kyrie Irving could have been an MVP, correct?
I agree. Yep.
Pick someone.
I don't know. I mean, could have been MVP. I don't want to. I mean, this is a debate. That's the thing. This is technically a debate, so I have to speak up here. I really feel like could have been an MVP is I was like that stretch because with Kyrie's mental capacity. I've always said I would feel like what Kyrie wise is, Kyrie should be even better than he is. He should really honestly. I with his talent, he should be. I don't know if I would say as good as Steph Curry, but he should be a lot closer to Steph Curry than with how much talent the guy actually is. But again, the guy's just a nutcase, so he's not
Adam,
there.
Adam, thank you for proving my point. He should have been an MVP.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is an MVP.
Yeah.
James Harden is an MVP.
Yeah.
You guys see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
How do you have possibly a top 5 shooting guard of all time in James Harden, a top 5 small forward of all time, if not number 3 in Kevin Durant, and probably the most skilled player to ever play the game in Kyrie Irving, and you don't get past the second round? How does that happen?
I don't know about that one.
Wow. Wait. What did you say, Michael? What did you say,
What
Michael?
happened?
I don't think KD's a top. He's a top 5 forward, but he's not the top. He's still not better than Larry.
Oh no, I never said he was better than Larry. I said no, it's LeBron, Larry, and Kevin.
Harder to say.
So you say
Larry-
top
Larry-
three small forward, correct?
Yeah, top 3 small forward. Like Larry Bird's obviously better than Kevin Durant. I'm not gonna argue
Obviously,
that.
yeah. Obviously.
It's just who else plays small forward? Because Giannis plays power forward, and Giannis is clearly better. I mean, actually, Julius Irving plays small forward. That's my bad. Julius Irving is better than Kevin Durant. That's my bad.
I'm not going to disagree with you because Juice, Dr. J's the GOAT.
That's my bad.
Brooklyn Nets, New York Nets
Mike.
legend.
Mike, I'll take blame on that. I forgot about Julius Irving. That's my bad. But
About,
Mike, you can agree. Kevin Durant's top 5 small forward. You would say?
I'll say top 6. I got Scotty over him.
Okay, top 5, top 6. Point is, Mike, he's an amazing player. Correct.
100%.
So him, Kyrie, James Harden. How do you not win a championship with that team? In fact, I can go one step further. How do you not get past the second round with that team? And if you say injuries, I swear. Because you know how many games they played together? And mind you, Adam, they were healthy for most of the regular season, if not all the regular season. You know how many games they played together? 12.
16.
16, sorry. 16.
You want to know the
How do you
record
play-
was in those games? You want to know what the record was in those games?
12-4.
13-3.
Yeah. How do you guys only play 16 games together? How is that possible? How? They should be playing at least 30. At
Yes.
least 30.
All
And
right.
on top of that, I cannot think of a super team that collapsed this hard before that actually was good. Like, think about it. LeBron, sure, he had the Dallas Mavericks, but then he won 2 chips with that super team, if you want to even call it that. The Warriors, that 73-9 team wasn't a super team. What the fuck just happened?
And here,
2
and now,
Michael Cunninghams.
and then, all right, let me go here. Okay, let me go here because here's the thing. This is technically a debate, so I have to try to disagree with you here, Sam. And here's what I'll say. The reason why I don't think this is necessary. The really that stars me most about the super team is why it failed. It was not about talent. The reason what Kevin Durant, I would say Kevin Durant is at least talent wise, has the potential to be an all time great. At least he's an he's an all time great skill level player. I would say Kyrie Irving the same thing. Same thing with Kyrie Irving. Same thing with James Harden. And when they played together, like the record shows, they were 13-3. So it's not.
So why they win the playoffs?
So it's not due. What I'm saying, Sam, it's not due to a lack of talent that they collapsed again. And this is a point that I really wish. This is a point that I really wish I could have made here. I like what the Nets and every other team can learn, from the Nets collapse, the Nets super team collapse, is that culture matters. Culture, leadership, and coaching matters. The Nets,
because Adam, people try to make excuses that the Brooklyn Nets they didn't fail. It's like there's a reason why I say their super team is the most failed super team in sports history, the most failed, because people were like, oh, well, James Harden and Kyrie Irving were injured. You know what the best ability is? Availability. I mean, Kyrie Irving not going to be vaccine.
Can I interrupt you there one quickly? You can think, if you're a Nets fan, you can use the injury excuse for that 2021 seasons, because okay, everyone was hurt. If Kevin Durant's foot was on the line, they probably going to win championship. So I can understand the excuse for that. What was the excuse for the season after that, where Kyrie Irving why the Murdock getting a freaking free shot and then James Harden saw and was like, "I'm out." It's like
exactly.
And it just shows. Let me go here, Sam. You've been talking this whole freaking hot take. I'm not gonna let you win this without a fight. I'm gonna at least talk here. I'm gonna go down fighting here. I'm gonna go down fighting. Like,
but Adam, you know what's the problem with you saying you're going down fighting?
Yeah.
The problem is you literally said, "Oh, I'm gonna go down fighting," and you've literally agreed or made my point every single time. You haven't even made your own case yet.
You're right.
Like Adam, literally, I have let you talk, and I've been like, okay, I'm trying to like give you at least some leeway to win, and you've been like, okay, Sam, 100% your point I agree with, and I'm like, wait. How you're like Adam? You know what you should be saying this time? Like Adam, we're in the playoffs. You know what you should be saying to me right now?
What?
Like when I said, "Oh, like this is the worst this is the worst super team that ever was in sports history." My man, you know, walked the fuck out, came back in here, and it was Stephen A. Smith, and like, oh, the fuck. That, like, that's a debate. You don't just say. You don't like.
Here's the thing. I think this is earning me some points. Judges, look, Sam's trying to get to me. He's trying to get under. He's trying to get under my skin and make me lose my mind. I'm keeping my calm. Judges, he's admitting it. His whole hot take is trying to get. And you know what? I'm keeping my calm out, and I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking out. I'm speaking. And you know what? I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking facts. So you know what? Here's what I'll say. I would say, while I agree that super team has been a failure, there's still super teams out there that I would say are worse in sports.
Name one.
Remember
Name one.
The Don Mattingly Yankees from all the way back in the day?
They're not better than the Kevin Durant Nets. Next. They're not better
but still, like, I mean, the Cavaliers, they had LeBron and Shaq. Remember that?
Shaq was 38 years old, my guy.
That's still if we're talking talent. If we're talking talent, like
Adam,
the Nets when they had Darren Williams, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett. That's another one. That's
still not better than KD. Like you just so Adam, your examples are the Don Nelson Yankees, which we know baseball.
Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly.
I don't give a fuck what his name is. That Yankees team, we both know, Adam. Baseball, you don't just win with superstars. You need a team. The superstar can help you win, but they're not the main but they're like, not the main thing. The team needs to win. It's not like basketball where you can win with a star. Baseball, you need everyone to perform. That's number one. Number two, you brought up the Cleveland Cavaliers thing with Shaq. Shaq was 38. You know what he averaged the season before with the Detroit Pistons and the Phoenix Suns with all those other teams? He averaged 12. Guess what he averaged with Dwayne Wade in the finals? He averaged 10. He was washed by then. That wasn't the Shaq that was dominating with the Lakers. That was a washed Shaq. And then finally, you brought up the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett team. Again, Kevin Garnett, too old. Paul Pierce, too old. Darren Williams, okay, Darren Williams actually performed well. Joe Johnson performed well, but that wasn't a super team. That was a team that people gassed up to be a super team. That was never an actual super team. We both know that for a fact.
I got one more. I got one more. One more. Let me talk.
I'm trying to help you win. I'm trying to help you win.
All right. Go ahead, Michael. You
want me to help you? I'm trying to help you.
Go ahead. Help me win.
You were wrong on that part. I was looking at Shaq's playoffs when he was with D Wade. He was averaging 18 points per game. 18 points per quarter.
No, Mike. I didn't mean the playoffs. I meant the finals.
Averaging 18 in the finals. I'm looking it up on my phone.
No, he was averaging 12 in the finals. That's literally what he averaged in the finals. In the playoffs, he averaged 18 because Mike, in the playoffs, the first, second, and third round, Shaq was killing everyone. And then the finals came along, and all of a sudden, he dropped off. That's why he only averaged 18. If he would have performed the same way he did in the finals, the first three rounds, Mike, he would have averaged, I think, 20. I think he would average 27 or 28.
Here's the thing
in the playoffs.
but here's the thing.
Okay. Can I bring up one more? The Steve Nash Phoenix Suns.
Are we really
that one was bad. The Steve Nash Suns, they went shit. Remember, let me look at this 2008, 2009 Phoenix Suns roster. Let me look at this roster. Steve Nash, Shaquille O'Neal, Robin Lopez, like Amani freaking Stoudemire. That team was low, and they didn't win a championship. Like that's my point. I'm not denying that this super team was an epic collapse. I'm not denying that, but to call it I really think if we're talking about the worst collapses in like super team history, like there's some competition up there. That's my point. There's some competition up there.
Hold up, guys. Before this conversation goes nowhere, let me help you on both sides of this. This is a shitty ass argument. First of all, Ab, you just naming NBA teams that don't have super team. Let's be real. The Phoenix Suns was never a super team.
Phoenix Suns was never a super team.
You had Grant Hill, who was not an all-star at this point anymore. You had Steve Nash, who's a borderline average point guard.
And on top of that, Mike,
Steve Nash average point guard, nah.
Yes. No, and Mike. On top of that, me and you both know, Steve Nash did not deserve the MVP over Kobe that year.
100%. Kobe got robbed twice that year.
Exactly. Like,
I got another one.
All right.
Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis Lakers.
Are we really fucking calling that a super team?
People were calling that a super team. Michael, you were calling that a super team. I mean, come on. You got LeBron, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, 3 Hall of Famers. If we're talking about quote-unquote super teams, I would say that fits the criteria. You got everyone was saying, Lakers are going to go to the finals. They didn't even make the playoffs. You're saying that, the Brooklyn Nets super team is a complete epic collapse. At least they made the playoffs. The Lakers didn't even make the playoffs.
So Mike. I know this is supposed to be me versus Adam. I'm not even gonna lie. For that Lakers take, I need you to go at Adam for me. I know this is supposed to be me, but I need you to go at him for this one.
Okay. This is that, Michael. If you go in, this is officially cheating. This is officially cheating.
How is this cheating, bro? You literally just triggered my man.
Okay, Adam. Let me explain how it wasn't a super team. Russell Westbrook wasn't even an all-star those 2 seasons when he went to the Lakers. Am I right?
Before that, he was.
He wasn't an all-star though when he was in Washington. All-star.
Okay, when he was in Washington, okay, but he's not that far removed from being an all-star.
To be a super team, you had to have 3 all-stars. Russell Westbrook was past his all-star ability. 2, when I said the Lakers.
Were you not on this podcast gassing up the Russell Westbrook trade? I said I ain't like it.
I thought it was a good trade at the beginning because you have LeBron. But however, it got bad when it kept in the same position. Him and Alex all know this, Adam, but I don't think you do. Russell Westbrook is terrible off the ball.
No, yeah, and Mike, can I just chime in?
Go ahead.
That's why I couldn't call it the Lakers a super team. Because everyone was saying, oh my God, Russell Westbrook, he's going to be with the Lakers. And I was like, yeah, he's going to be with the Lakers, but he's not going to have the ball. Like, why do you think he was so good with the Wizards and OKC and the Rockets to an extent? Because he was, for the most part, he had the ball in his hands. With the Lakers, you don't want to get the ball to Westbrook. He's the third option, if anything. You want to get the ball to AD and LeBron. Thus, Westbrook really can't do anything because he's not known for his defense. He's not known for his 3-point shooting. If anything, he is known for making good passes here and there, but LeBron's going to get the assists, so what's the point in that? And the only thing Westbrook would be able to do is drive and rebound. Again, you have AD and LeBron for that, so what's the point in having that? That's why I can't consider that a super team, because Westbrook was never going to be. It was never LeBron and AD. LeBron and AD were amazing, but Westbrook can't make that a super team. Like, you can't say that's a super team at all.
I got one more. I got one more here.
The
1998-1999 Houston Rockets.
Okay, that was
Guy Pippen, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Charles Barkley.
Can I make an argument for that one? Can I make an argument for that one?
We got you on that one.
That was pretty bad. That was you don't win a ship. That one was pretty bad. You got Charles Barkley, Guy Pippen, Hakeem Olajuwon. You got 3 all-time greats on a team, and you can't win a championship. That's bad. That's a bad one.
Mike, can I counter that real quick? Can I counter that real quick? Oh no, I can counter it easily. I can counter it very easily. First reason that's not worse than the Brooklyn Nets. How many times did the Brooklyn Nets make the playoffs? Like 2 or 3 times, correct?
They made playoffs all. They made playoffs all the years. All the years they made the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, all the years, and they had 4 years to try to win one chip, right?
Yeah, they have.
That Rockets team had 1 year.
Well, one of those years, Kevin Durant missed the whole year because he was hurt.
Okay, so let's just say 3 years. Let's say 3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Okay. They had 3 years to win a chip. That Rockets team had 1 year. Only 1 year, because Charles Barkley after that year retired. So they only had 1 year. And then Scottie Pippen left after that 1 year. So the Rockets only had 1 year. All right?
But here's the thing. So, if we're using
Let me finish. You said you wanted to finish. I let you finish. I did not say word. Not a fucking word.
Go ahead, finish.
Number 2. Charles Barkley was out of his prime by then. He was not the same Charles Barkley that was with the Phoenix Suns. We all know that. Even Charles Barkley has said himself on national television, Shaq and Charles Barkley has said on national television when KD was trying to get back on Charles Barkley for saying that he was the bus rider with the Rockets. Both of them on live television said, "Oh, I was out of my prime. That wasn't me when I was an All-Star, because I'm not sure if he even made the All-Star team that year. So yeah, sure, he can be a Hall of Famer, but he wasn't an All-Star that year." So it's the same thing with the Russell Westbrook thing, because Russell Westbrook wasn't an All-Star. And then third and finally, Scottie Pippen played pretty well, but Hakeem by then was aging. Sure, I think Hakeem was an All-Star that year, but I think we can all agree Hakeem wasn't that Hakeem that won those finals MVPs. Sure, he was great, but he wasn't the same Hakeem.
Yeah. I could also use that argument for James Harden because I think Alex, as you can Sixers agree, James Harden started to show his age and like the rules, like he's not able to adapt to the rule changes. So if we're gonna use that for like the Rockets, then we gotta use it for James Harden too. And another thing, like when Charles Barkley retired and then he left, can't we just use that same argument towards the Nets? Like literally, James Harden left and KD and Kyrie left. They just left a little bit later than the Rockets.
You know what's the only problem with that argument, Adam?
Yeah.
James Harden, if you remember the stats, was still averaging 26, 27 points a night. And number 2, you should be able to win a chip with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. And if you say James Harden, oh, well, he left like early, it's not the same thing as, oh, Scottie Pippen leaving. The only reason Scottie Pippen left was because Charles Barkley retired and Hakeem was on his way out. He only had 2 more years left, and then Hakeem retired. So Hakeem knew he was on the way out. Because you even know, Mike, after that season, I'm pretty sure, or after the next season, Hakeem went to play for the Toronto Raptors for maybe 1 more year, and he left the NBA.
You're getting the facts.
Oh, I got another one. Hold up. Damn.
Where am I get the facts messed up?
Yeah, you got the facts a little mixed up. Barkley retired after the 1999-2000 NBA playoffs. He retired that. He to the Raptors in 2001-2002 season. Retired to that.
Yeah, because
All right.
so that's why I said he had 2 more years with the Rockets and then went to the Raptors.
All right.
Scottie Pippen left that season after the Rockets, correct? To go to the Portland Trailblazers. So I remember he was on Portland when Kobe and Shaq had that legendary moment.
I've got a couple more. I'm going out of basketball for these. Too.
Bro, Mike, how many fucking ones is he going to say? God damn.
The Dream Team Eagles and the 2011 Philadelphia Phillies.
The Dream Team.
The Dream Team.
The Dream Team. The Eagles. They had Michael Vick and they had that was the 2011 Eagles, right? Let me look up this roster. Let me look up this roster. They had the 2011 Philadelphia. Okay, I'll do the Eagles one later. Let me do the Phillies. They had the 2011 Phillies. They had the 4 aces. They had Cliff Lee. Their 4 aces had in their entire careers. Wait. As of that year, they had 3 Cy Young awards, top 10 finishes Cy Young, 6 20 seasons. They had 4 aces, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
Okay.
So again,
Adam.
You're ripping it. That's if they're historically bad suiting. At least they made the playoffs. The Eagles and Phillies, they didn't even make the playoffs.
So Adam, quick question. Just real quick question. You said they had 4 aces. They're pitching, right?
Yeah.
What about their hitting?
They had Ryan Howard.
Okay, that's one player.
Was Chase Utley still on that team, Alex?
Yeah, they also had Jason Worth.
Yeah, they had some studs on that team, and they even make the playoffs.
Okay, and the Yankees had some studs this year, and we literally made it to the second round. And that was it, and we got swept. We barely made it to the second round. So if you really want to go with that logic, why not the Yankee logic? We had Aaron Judge. We had Garrett Cole, who was supposed to be a stud. Remember, everyone was gassing the fuck out of Garrett Cole. He was supposed to be a stud. All those teams. Why about the Mets? The Mets had DeGrom. Who was the other pitcher they had? They had 2 pitchers. They had two amazing pitchers. And they had a lot more hitters. Well, then why about the Angels as well? Because the Angels apparently have the best baseball player in Mike Trout, and one of the best pitchers that can also hit in I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, Ohtani. Why aren't we mentioning any of them then? If they
the Angels with Ohtani and Trout, you're telling me with Ohtani and Trout, why are we're saying the Nets, why aren't we bringing up the Los Angeles Angels with Ohtani and Trout, literally the 2 best players in the sport? This would be if Reich, Prime, LeBron James teamed up. This is the baseball version of that, and they can't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, you know why?
Why aren't we putting them on the list of worst super teams?
You know why, Adam?
Why?
Because baseball functions different than basketball. And basketball, you can win with just your superstars by themselves. Could you win with just your superstar by yourself in baseball? Yes or no?
No, you can't.
Okay, so you can have a lot of talent on your team, but you in baseball, you need an actual team. In basketball, you don't need an actual team. Now, sure, you need good role players and you want an actual team in order to make it far. But when you have that much talent on one team, how could you physically and possibly say that the Nets can be compared to any of those teams? Just the sheer
because they also
alone.
had a lot of talent, and they had a lot of talent, and they that's my argument. It's yes, if we're talking about the Nets had more talent, then yeah, but at least my argument is that they at least made the playoffs. The Angels, the Eagles, the Phillies, they all didn't even make the playoffs.
It's because it's a team sport. You can't win with just fucking one player. Literally, the Nets could win with Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. And if you say they can't,
I'm not saying they can, but You're telling me that right? You're saying that make it to a second, winning one playoff series is a worse fail than not making it. That's what you're saying,
Yes,
Sam.
yes, because in
You're bugging.
basketball
You're
you should
bugging.
be
You're bugging.
in basketball you should be able to
You
win
are
with 3 stars like
bugging.
that because that's what the Warriors
Not
did.
making the playoffs
That's
is
what the
worse.
Warriors
Is
did.
not worse than making the playoffs.
Plus, either way,
At least the Nets make
Adam,
the playoffs.
Plus, Adam, you know how much harder it is
At least
to
that's
choke?
fair playoffs. That's 2 times. At least that's fair playoffs. That's 3 times. At least that's fair playoffs. That's 4 times.
I don't care if the Nets make the playoffs. That should be the minimum standard for the Nets. If the Nets didn't make the playoffs, do you know how much more it'd be?
Again, if we're talking about worst suit team fails in sports, then yeah, I'm not delusional. The Nets are up there. My argument is that my argument, Sam. There's a lot of competition for that title.
I got you now. You don't know what you just said. You said yeah. You just said yeah. In terms of teams that failed, they're up there. Literally, I said super teams. So you're saying
super teams, yeah. Super teams, yeah. In terms of worst super teams, the Nets are up there, but there's a lot of competition for that spot.
There's not. There's maybe one or 2 teams for competition. That's it. But they are the worst. I'm sorry, they are the wait. With the rules that are set with basketball, literally all the Warriors did was say, okay, we have Steph, KD, Clay. Go get me a ring. And they got a ring. So why couldn't the Brooklyn Nets do that? Why couldn't the Brooklyn Nets do that?
Again, dude, again, it just shows you again. I'll say the exact same point. Leadership, coaching, and culture matters. And that's had none of that. That's why they lost.
Okay, what about this? Since you want to bring up this example, okay, I want to know what culture did they have when the Cleveland Cavaliers won with LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love? Because they fired their coach to get in Tyronn Lue. And 2, Kyrie Irving was on that team. And if you didn't know, he was causing drama because people said, oh, do you look at LeBron as a father figure? And then he caused drama by saying to everyone, don't compare me to LeBron and all that stuff. So where's the culture?
That's the thing. That's just beef. Like, teams have beef all the time, Sam. Teams have beef all the time. You're comparing. Wait. Are you saying that the Cavaliers environment had a more toxic environment than the Brooklyn Nets?
I'm not saying they had a more toxic environment, but I'm saying they had a similar environment.
They had not. The environment with the Nets and the Cavaliers, it's not debatable. It's the Nets culture was so much worse than any other championship team ever was. Like, and that's the thing.
Championship team.
And then any
what
other
championship they win?
I'm talking about like for example, yeah, yes, the Cavaliers had a little bit. You could argue the Cavaliers maybe had a little bit of drama, but it was nowhere near to the level like that the Nets had. That's my point.
Oh no, then you didn't watch ESPN at the time. It was.
Did Kyrie Irving miss it almost the entire season because he refused to get a freaking shot with the Cavaliers?
Well, that wasn't a big thing back then, but he probably would have.
Kyrie was at least on the court. There was nothing. That's the thing with those teams. There was nothing that kept them off the court. There's nothing that kept them off the
Adam,
Kyrie, Kevin Love, and LeBron were all healthy and playing.
I'm going to say is there's a reason why Kyrie left after the 2017 season. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, because yeah. And who looks worse after that, Kyrie or LeBron?
Oh, Kyrie definitely.
I rest my case.
But that makes even then that makes it even worse for you. Like okay, so you said they have a toxic culture, correct?
The Nets.
Yeah, so that makes it even worse for their super team argument, which makes them one of the worst super teams because they should have never had the toxic environment, especially since weren't KD and Kyrie best friends?
They were.
Oh, so why is the toxic environment then?
Because Kyrie Irving is such a nutcase that I really think Kyrie Irving is like someone's on like I'll have to find the article. They said this that Kyrie was quote unquote Alex Jones with a jump shot.
Okay, so if that's the case and all of that stuff is correct, why aren't they the worst super team then? Because if that type of environment and that leadership and they didn't have that culture, that means they were the worst super team because they were supposed to have that leadership and culture and environment. They were supposed to make Adam, this isn't like baseball where it's, oh, you need a team. This is like football where it's, oh, you need a team. This is basketball. You can literally win just with your starting lineup. And if you don't believe me with that, go look at Kobe and Shaq. In fact, go look at Kobe. Go look at the wins Kobe got. Mike, I'm going to ask Mike a quick question. Mike, quick question. Other than Pau Gasol, who was like the biggest helps for your team? And would they be big helps for other teams?
Let me ask you, Sam. If KD, Harden, and Kyrie are all healthy, do the Nets win the championship? And they're all playing.
They should, but they're got their asses beat by the Bucks.
Exactly.
They said
exactly. So it's not. That's the reason why I'm arguing to is that the reason why Super Team failed. It's not due to talent. It was due to a toxic culture and them not being on the court. Again, when all three are on the court together in those 60 games, they were 13-3. And if they were all healthy, they're probably at 2021 NBA Finals champions.
Hey, and Adam, and you know what the best ability is? Availability. That's the best ability. So you saying, oh, well, they weren't on the court. Okay, well, whose fault was that? The best ability is availability. That's the best ability. They should have been on the court. That's simple. So you making the argument of injuries, I'm sorry, that's an excuse. They should have known their limitations. They shouldn't have pushed their limitations like that. The best ability is availability. That's what Shannon Sharp preaches.
At least they made, this is my closing argument, at least they made the second round of the playoffs when so many other super teams didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, and they should have won at least 3 championships. At least 3. With the talent they have and the rules for basketball, because Mike, Alex, you know how basketball works. Both of you know how basketball works. That team should have won. Minimum 2. I would say 2. Even though it should be 3. Minimum of 2. But, they didn't. You know why? Because that team was never meant for success. Never was meant for success. And that's why they're the worst super team in sports history. You put a bunch of bland examples out there. And that's why, they're the worst.
Oh my God, just end this now. Sam's
you know what I find? You know what I find really funny, Adam? You were like, oh, see, judges, I'm staying calm. I'm trying to get under your skin. And then I'm just like, under your skin? No, if I want to get under your skin, I can just be real blasphemous. I'm saying facts right now. But if I want to get under your skin, I could have purposely tried to lose and be blasphemous. So trust me, I wasn't trying to get under your skin.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
I think Mike wants to go first. He usually goes first.
Michael.
Mike, your mic.
Michael, your mic.
Yeah, I can't hear him, Mike.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay.
So go last. Okay, Alex.
Okay,
go ahead. Who won?
Come on, Alex. You know who won. Come
on. I'm gonna go with Adam.
Really? For what reason? Okay. I knew it. I think I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. I knew this was rigged from the start.
Michael?
Mike. You know the choice. You're a basketball guy. You know the choice.
I'm gonna say, God awful. Damn, you should have won in 5 votes or less by just saying that Kevin Durant makes the super team and he chokes. That's all you have.
That's what I said, Mike. That's literally what I said.
Not say that. It's
I did say that.
Rambling on. Trying to hold on to dear threat. This is god awful. This took over an hour for you guys to do this.
No, Mike. I did though say KD choked. I said that in my opening statement. I said that.
You didn't say.
Yeah, I did. Mike, you can go back in the tape. I'm not even lying. I said KD choked.
You didn't say he was a player. God awful. This is like a very bad horror movie.
Okay, so Mike, can you do me okay, so Mike, but you know.
All right, who won? Hold on, no,
come on,
Michael. You have to make you could continue around the L3. You have to make a decision. Who won?
Nobody won. This is just god awful.
You know what that means?
No, because Adam, no, he has to choose. Because remember what you said? I wanted to say the tie too, and you didn't let me. He has to choose.
I want to flip a coin. It was that.
No, Mike, just choose one, please. Just please choose one.
Choose me. Make it easy.
Wow, Adam, you really are bribing them.
Oh,
I knew you were cheating.
Oh, shit.
Wait. Actually,
shit, I fucked up.
So, Adam, actually, since you implemented that rule of not being allowed to bribe anyone, and that is a rule that automatically forfeits your hot take, ladies and gentlemen, I win this hot take actually because you broke the
Michael,
rule,
make a decision. Make a decision.
No, Adam. You.
I take it back. That was a slip of the tongue.
Oh, yeah,
that was a slip of the tongue. I'm literally gonna show you. I am literally gonna here, Alec, Sam. Here's my previous conversations with Alex here. Do you see anything me trying to bribe them?
Hey, Adam.
And then wait. Let me finish. Here's my text message with Michael. See, nothing. No bribing. There you go.
Hey, Adam. Quick, Adam. I just want to let you know, there's a thing called a delete button in the texting. You can delete texts. You know that, right?
Alex, did I bribe you? Did I bribe you in any way before this?
No.
Thank you.
I already voted already. I voted already. I voted for Sam.
So right now we're at a tie.
Well, this is awkward.
Awful hot take. It was just
I will admit, Mike, it was one of my weaker ones. I will admit that.
All right.
But it was still stronger than Adam's.
You both suck.
All right. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna phone a friend right now. I'm gonna phone a friend.
What about this, Adam? What about this? You know what? Because I want to make this interesting, and I want to make the playoffs even longer.
What?
No, don't phone a friend. Ping up.
What?
I'm gonna make this even longer. What about this? Next episode.
Yeah.
Meaning that nothing happens. What about next episode? We make it the hot take special episode. We see Mike and Marcellus go, and then right afterwards, since we had a tie, we do it a second time. But this time, Adam, you'll choose the topic.
Deal.
There you go.
Oh man.
Since I lost my chance, you get to choose the topic now.
All right.
There we go.
Deal. Oh my god. Things are heating up here. So me and Sam actually tie, and I survive against Yo, know what this means? This means, Sam, that technically right now you're 15-0-1.
Hey, Adam. no losses. I'm like, what's it called? What's his name? LeVar Ball, never lost. Never lost. It's like, oh well, you tied, well, never lost.
All right. All right. So.
Okay, so Adam, I'm not gonna lie, low key, I think we should just do the bets because it actually Adam. They weren't Adam, Alex, and not lying. It actually took us an hour to do this.
It actually did. Actually,
we started.
All right,
at
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do these next two stories. Where we're just gonna do them like 5 minutes each. 5 minutes each. So. Because we have to talk about them, because otherwise our audience will sue us. So, number one, LeBron James breaking the all-time scoring record. Get your quick thoughts in, guys.
Congrats to the king. And he's still, the second greatest player of all time, like you said.
Exactly. I mean, it's just... My brief thoughts are, LeBron, obviously, he's clear... It's just a reinforcement of what we already know about LeBron James. He is on the Mount Rushmore. He's one of the greatest players, who will ever live, or arguably the greatest player, or at least the consensus second greatest player of all time, next to Michael Jordan. Now, we can have a debate about who's better. I think the one argument that I believe, I feel like in terms of who is better, let me see if you guys like this. If we're talking who's better at their peak, I would definitely say Jordan. But I feel like in terms of longevity and how long LeBron was able to play compared to Jordan, who retired so many times, I really feel like that's a really strong case for LeBron in terms of his longevity. I mean, he's 38 years old and he's still one of the best players in the league. That's gotta count for something.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna count for something, but I think it's number two. He's still number two all time, just because.
I agree.
Here's the thing: in every single advanced stat, Michael Jordan wins. In terms of achievements, Michael Jordan has more accolades and achievements. The only thing LeBron really beats Jordan out in is career numbers in terms of points and career points and career assists and career steals. That's the only thing he really beats Jordan in. But in terms of actual stats, Michael Jordan averages more steals and I think has a better PER as well and averages more points than LeBron. Advanced stats show he's just a better player overall. And in terms of accolades, he has more defensive teams, a defensive player of the year, and he also led the league in scoring 10 times and probably one of the roughest leagues and roughest errors of the NBA. So, yeah.
All right. I mean, Michael, do you have any thoughts on LeBron breaking the all-time record?
Yes, I do. We gonna get funky like a monkey. All joking, all serious. LeBron James, Raymond James, has scored more points than my NBA history. We always knew. Let's just be real. I never thought that record was going to be broken. Beating this, LeBron breaking this record is like Barry Bonds breaking the all-time home run record. This is the only thing we could do because it's history. LeBron scored more points than Jordan, Kareem, Kobe, Malone. Every guy on Mount Rushmore was on the scoring list. You know what I mean? Do I say LeBron James is going to end up when he retires? He'll be probably maybe the best basketball player ever played the game from basketball. Play some business. He may be that guy. He's done everything in his career. If he breaks his fifth record, Alex, which he may do in the next 2 years, I'll say he's the greatest NBA player of all time.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, you make valid points.
He broke a 38-year-old record that nobody thought would have been broken. First, I thought he would never be broken. And I'm gonna give you a spoiler. Not prediction, but a spoiler.
Yeah.
I say Bronny James breaks LeBron James' scoring record.
I don't. I'm gonna say no to that.
Okay, you still the
Bronny James is not gonna break LeBron's scoring record.
Bronny play?
I would at least bet because I really think like for that to happen, LeBron's gonna have to be just as good, if not better, than his father. I really think it's unfair expectations to place on him.
Well, Bronny's a beast. You see Bronny play? Sam,
I'm not saying he's not a beast, but to say he's good to surpass his father's record, that's a big stretch. At least right now, though, maybe Bronny comes to the NBA and he's a superstar, and then maybe I'll have to rethink that. But right now, when he hasn't even played a game in the league, like, Michael, calm down. Let the kid actually play like a year or two. Let the kid actually play a couple years in the NBA before we place such lofty expectations on him.
Adam, not only do I think LeBron is going to pass the career points, I think he's going to pass them and actually score another 2,000 points over his father. Just because here's the thing, and this is the only reason why. Bronny James is going to have a 3-point shot when he enters the league, which something his father didn't have. But more importantly, Adam, the game is just getting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster every single year. To the point where, guys, like 10 years ago, the scoring total for every game was probably like 90 to 93, 100 to 95. The scoring totals now are like 150 to 143. The game's getting faster and more efficient. So it's not going to be like where LeBron had to fight for those points. Like, no, those points are just going to come. And Bronny James is already, in my opinion, he's going to be a proven superstar in this league already. He's going to surpass his father.
We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. No, I would love to see happen. Nets drafted Bronny in 2025.
You know what, Adam, you know what else you would love to see?
Let me have some semblance of hope, Sam. Let me have some semblance of hope with my team.
Oh no, I know that. No, it's not that, Adam.
Yeah.
You know what else I bet you would love to have happen?
What?
I bet you would love to have KD back.
Imagine if
I got one. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me.
Is that the Kyrie also?
Adam, if Kyrie and Katie come back to the Nets, what will you do?
I would be like, okay.
You'll be happy as hell. Stop lying.
It would be like after your ex dumps you and then a couple of years later, she comes back begging you for her to take him back.
Wait, Adam, I just realized something. You said you wanted to draft Bronny James, right?
Yeah.
But you also said you're probably going to be a 7th to 8th place team, right?
Yeah.
So how the hell are you going to get a high enough draft pick to get Bronny James?
By the power of God, that's how.
You know what? I was about to say something. You know what, Adam? Live your dreams. You already suffered enough today.
Exactly. Let me dream. Let me dream.
Let him have some hope in life.
Let him have something to look forward to instead of thinking of arson against his team.
Okay.
Hey, what's up with you and fire?
All right.
Listen,
All right.
I love fire.
Bad. Oh, my fault.
All right. All right. One. All right. Okay. Last. Right. Last one. Last one. Then we gotta get to our bets. So I mean, our next episode we'll be recapping the Super Bowl. So really quick Super Bowl preview here.
Take our Super Bowl bets. Let's play our Super Bowl.
What's it called? Kansas City, I think, has the edge over the Eagles, like I said, just because of Patrick Mahomes. But the Eagles have the weapons they need to win. The problem is they need to utilize those weapons effectively. Otherwise, Kansas City will eat them alive.
I'm going next. I'll say Kansas City wins in a one-touchdown game. Let's
Yeah.
let Alex go last. Adam, you go.
We'll let Alex break it down from an Eagles perspective for a couple of minutes. For a couple of minutes. We'll let Alex break it down, but like really quickly. But I mean, my perspective is I think Vegas right now has Philadelphia as the favorite. While I can understand that, I just can't see I just can't see the Chiefs lose this game because for one reason they have Patrick Mahomes, and we all see it. You know, whoever the better when in Super Bowls, whichever quarterback plays better usually wins. Remember a couple years ago when the 49ers faced the Eagles, you could argue the Niners had a similar situation that the Eagles are in. They had a loaded roster, they had low weapons, they had a pretty good quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo. But here's the thing: Jimmy Garoppolo was not Patrick Mahomes, and as great as Jalen Hurts is, he's not Patrick Mahomes. So, and look what happened. You know the Chiefs won that Super Bowl. Same thing. And then Tom Brady against Jared Goff. Look, Tom Brady's easily better. Tom Brady won. The quarterback that plays better usually wins the game. I just can't see, as great as Jalen Hurts is, I can't see him outplaying Patrick Mahomes. So I'm gonna lock in my prediction here. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Kansas City Chiefs win Super Bowl. I'm gonna say the Kansas City Chiefs win Super Bowl 57 by a score of 31-27.
All right, Alex, the moment we've been waiting for. Who you?
Oh yeah, Sam, did you get your a score prediction in?
Keep us.
Super Bowl prediction.
So Kansas City is going to win.
But what final score?
56-0. Yeah. I'm joking. I think it'll be.
He just left.
Wow. No, Alex in the waiting room.
No. At first, I was going to make an actual prediction. No, fuck you. Now it's 81-0. Hoagie in this bitch.
Okay then.
Yo, and you guys claim I abuse my power.
Now we're going to 100-0.
Damn, Alex, why you being such a bitch for it?
Alex, don't do it.
Okay, but in all seriousness, I think Kansas City is going to win, but I think it's going to be 21-8. Just because I feel like this is what's going to happen. I feel like by halftime it's going to be the Eagles up by 1. It's going to be 8-7. The Eagles up by 1, and then I feel like Patrick Mahomes, being the clutch quarterback he is going to get 2 touchdowns to win them the game.
Fair enough.
But here's the thing: like I said, if the Eagles just use their utility right, they could win this game against Kansas City. It's just the odds are unfortunately not in their favor since Kansas City has a lot of experience, but also just Patrick Mahomes. You can't make this man we've all agreed. Joe Burrow's the second best quarterback in the league. And he got destroyed by Patrick Mahomes. That's what gets me. no matter what, you're always going to be at that disadvantage. So you just have to hope your weapons and utilize your weapons to their fullest extent if you want to beat this team.
All right, Alex. I'm gonna make you go really quick here. Really quick, break down the Super Bowl. What do you think the Eagles is, and give us your prediction with the final score.
So as an Eagles fan, I would love to see the one game be effective, especially against the Kansas City Chiefs with how good their defensive linemen are. And I think that it's going to be really interesting to see which defense can hold which quarterback the longest. And I think the Eagles have the ability to get over the hump and beat Patrick Mahomes with the way the defense has been over the past few weeks in the playoffs. But I wouldn't count Kansas City out of maybe winning this game. But if Jalen Hurts is locked in and has the type of throws that he had against San Francisco, then this game is going to be a big turnaround, and Philadelphia is going to bring home the trophy. So my score prediction is 35, 32 Philadelphia.
Wow, you guys have a high scoring game.
I think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game.
I could see it being that way.
I mean, technically, I also said it's going to be a pretty high scoring game. Just saying.
Technically, yeah.
But technically, I did say it was a high scoring game.
All right.
I'm waiting for 3, 2, 1.
No way.
Oh.
Good boy, Alex. Good boy. Have mercy.
I was fine.
All right. All right, guys. Let's get this out of the way fast. So I have time for our bets of the episode. Really quick recap. I lost. Alex lost. Sam lost. Marcellus lost. Michael, you won. No one cares. Quick update on the standings. Michael, first place, 8 stars. Marcellus, second place, 4 stars. Sam, third place, 4 stars. Alex, fourth place, 3 stars. Me, last place, 1 star. There we go.
Don't be mad because I'm in first place and I won. Kiss my ass.
All right.
Okay. I have. Can I go really quick first for my bets?
Really quickly, I have an announcement. I have an announcement. Since this is gonna be the second to last episode where we can make best, I'm gonna give everyone like a little treat. You know how I normally limit the 3 legs?
Mm-hmm.
I'm being nice. I'm giving everyone an extra leg on their parlay. 1 catch though. That leg must be the Super Bowl. So if you're gonna take 4 bets, one of those bets has to be a Super Bowl bet.
Okay, can I go first so that because I gotta go.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so first I'm taking the 4 legs. So my Super Bowl one will be Kansas City over the Eagles money line.
Okay.
Then you know what? Either way, I'm gonna lose. So I'm gonna end off this season with a bang.
Okay.
Let me see. What's the shittiest picks I can make? Okay, there's one. So I'm choosing the Rockets over the Heat. So that's one. When's our next episode?
Monday night, correct? Because we're not doing episode immediately after the Super Bowl. No.
So I have the Rockets over the Heat. I have the Hornets over the Nuggets.
All right, Hornets over Nuggets.
And last but not least, okay, let me go back. Oh, wait, that's not. Let me see. Last but not least, I'm going to choose the Spurs over the Cavaliers.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm letting you know, guys. If my bet hits, I'm pretty sure I get 200 points
You probably will. You probably will.
because all the teams I picked have 15 wins or below, and they're versing teams that have at least 30 wins.
Imagine he hits first place with that.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to go out with a bang, I'm going out with a bang.
All right.
Peace.
Let me lock in my bet. Hold on, let me text Marcellus to actually be the Super Bowl. All right, so here's my bet. Here's the parlay I'm cooking up. I've got something really cooked up here. I'm gonna dare 2 people in this podcast to go head to head with me on both of these. So, Sam, we got a family play right out of the gate. I've got the Chiefs over the Eagles on my line. Then, for a same game parlay, I've got Patrick Mahomes. I've got Patrick Mahomes 200 plus passing yards, 300 passing yards or more. So Patrick Mahomes 300 plus passing yards. Then here's where it gets interesting. I've got the Brooklyn Nets over the New York Knicks on money line on Monday. And last but not least, in that same game, whatever the over is for can toss on the points, I'm taking it. That's my bet. All right, Alex, you can go ahead.
Okay. I am going to do a 3-game college basketball parlay and a Super Bowl pick.
Okay.
So
He's
I'm
totally
going
gonna pick the Chiefs, right, guys? He's totally gonna pick the Chiefs. Go ahead, Alex.
I'm going to do Iowa State money line over Oklahoma State. St. Mary's over Portland.
Wait, Iowa State over who again?
Oklahoma State.
Okay, Oklahoma State. Okay, go ahead.
St. Mary's money line over Portland.
All right, St. Mary's over Portland. Got it.
And Utah State over San Jose State.
Okay, Utah State over San Jose State.
And Eagles money line.
Oh my God, Michael, did you see that? He picked the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. He's going head to me. Shocker. Shocker. Michael didn't see that one coming. All right, Mr. Ringleader, Michael Cunningham. Last up, go ahead, Ed. You're picking who? The Eagles?
Psych? Got you, Adam. I thought I got you. You got scared for a second, right? I ain't crazy. I'm making crazy, but I haven't lost my mind.
Okay.
I got the Chiefs.
So you got Chiefs over Eagles. That's one.
I got Curry giving me three threes or more on Saturday.
All right, hold on. Let me write that down. 7 Curry, 3 plus 3s. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Kyrie Irving scoring 20 points or more.
So Kyrie 20 points or more.
AD to get me 5 rebounds or more.
AD 5. Okay, Anthony Davis 5 rebounds or more. Got it. All right. Anthony Davis 5. All right, guys. That's all for our best. That's all for this episode.
I'm gonna have Brandon Ingram score 20 points or more.
Too late. You got your bet. You got Chiefs over Eagles. Stephen Curry 3 threes. Kyrie 20.
Changed my mind.
So which one are you taking out?
The Anthony Davis.
All right, you're taking that one out. What are you replacing it with?
Brandon Ingram scoring 20 points or more.
20. Brandon Ingram 20 more. Okay, gotcha.
What's it look like I'm going to do? I want to watch it at my house.
Okay. I may or may not decide a throwing party. Michael, you're not invited.
For real?
Maybe I'm either gonna do that or I may decide to come at your crib, crash at your crib.
That's what you are so mean. Alex, we doing Super Sunday. You and John going to jerk each other off on Super Sunday?
Oh my god!
You're gonna do? You gonna suck each other's dicks off? Where you gonna watch the game at?
I'm thinking about it.
Hey, Alex, where you gonna watch the game at? You gonna watch it at Adam's house?
I'm gonna watch it with John here.
Oh, you guys gonna be masturbating each other off?
Oh my god!
Adam, I knew they were gay, but I didn't know they were just gay.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts?
Fuck John Burke.
No, my final thought is, Michael. Let's go, Chiefs.
Hey, Adam, the camera's closed.
Damn. Alex, what's your final thought?
My final thought is Eagles money line. Good night. Go Birds.
Okay. I respect it. Alright, guys. That's it. It's episode 144 of the A-Game Podcast. Yours truly, Grassani, Mike Cunningham, Alex Rich, and Sam Morell. Thank you, to leave a like, and follow, or subscribe to the podcast. Also, join the conversation, leave a comment to YouTube, reach out to us on social media. May feature have to say, and future episode management. Those two dreams just fantasy. Think your magical world, believe in it, and dive in. See you next time, and until then, stay